Well, section title games are coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? The end is near. The end is near for winter season.
I can't believe it. You know, football season takes up such a big part of our year.
It does.
That once we get to basketball regular season, it's like, here's playoffs, here's states,
boom, boom.
here's
Right.
baseball, softball, lacrosse. Like, it's such a smooth transition.
Yeah,
we love it.
Once you get to 2026, it's a race. Well, not a race, it's a sprint at this point. It's like, we're already in March almost.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
we just started the year, man.
This Sunday will be March 1st.
Oh my gosh,
Our
dude.
first show of March.
And by then, we will have our section title winners.
We'll be
for
NorCal's next week.
Basketball,
and we'll have our
soccer,
brackets.
and we will have NorCal brackets by March 1st. Very exciting stuff. Welcome to the Cover Cal High podcast. I'm your host, Jake Vanderbrook, alongside Aubrey Tolliver, Adrian Soriano. So I know on this rundown we started off with the basketball polls.
Oh, are we changing something?
Well, we got to go with the comments based on what you posted on Monday before you do this midweek poll.
Okay, sounds good.
Midweek poll.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
so at 925_trailboss_Z71 said with the thinking emoji,
Okay.
how does Liberty move from 8 to 10 with a win over Dublin and Marin Catholic, who wasn't listed last week, moved to 9 after losing?
Remember?
Question mark. Honestly, makes zero sense, and I am not saying MC doesn't belong on here.
Well, remember last week I admitted that I made a mistake with Marin Catholic. That's why.
So
Put
you
in Marin
needed to
Catholic.
make space for Marin Catholic.
Yeah.
Although you have to, and you had to put Marin Catholic over Liberty.
Liberty, yeah.
Maybe it's my fault for not posting your I'm sorry video. I'm
sorry.
regarding Marin Catholic. So I'll take some responsibility on
No,
that.
that's okay, Jake. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, that's the reason I had to put Marin Catholic.
He
in there.
had to make room for Marin Catholic.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I mean, look, they're in the open division. They won a league title. They had an outstanding season.
Jaden Miller. Fun
Liberty?
to watch.
Yeah.
Liberty.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
sorry, were you
I was
talking
at
about
that
Marin
Bishop
Catholic?
O'Dowd Liberty game. Oh
Yeah,
my Lord.
I love, we have a freelancer who covers a lot of the Liberty games, and
Yep.
I just get to go through all the raw footage and just like Jaden Miller. Jaden Miller.
Yeah.
Shout out Robbie Cleveland,
Yes.
Yeah.
our great
Yes.
freelancer up there in Brentwood.
Yeah, Jaden Miller's having an outstanding season.
Yeah.
He's been with this varsity program ever since freshman year. And I just knew that, Jaden Miller's going to be a problem in the future. And it's definitely showing with what his performance was like against O'Dowd in that semifinal game. But despite the loss, Jaden Miller was lights out in that game. Okay, continuing with our comments. At Filthy650, kind of wish the records were posted as well.
We could do that. That's more of a Nikon kind of thing
That's
when it
our
comes.
graphics guy.
Yeah, that's more of like our Nikon kind of thing for our post.
But
So-
when it comes to polls, those records may show things, but it also won't show things. For instance, West Catholic League.
That's
the
true,
West
that's true.
Catholic League teams beat up on each other, so their records are obviously going to be not as good as, say, the Liberties, who
that's true.
kind of run their leagues.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. At James_Delpino.
Oh my God.
Who's James Delpino?
West Coast
From
Prep.
West Coast
Oh,
Prep.
I'm sorry.
Shout
I
out
didn't know
James.
James's last name.
One of the nicest reporters that
Yes,
you will ever
absolutely.
meet. I just want to let
Absolutely.
people know he's a very nice guy. He's a very hard worker. Love
Yep.
James with what he does with West Coast Preps, and just a great guy to talk to if you
Absolutely.
ever get a chance to have a to with him.
Sorry, James. I didn't know your last name.
That's okay. Wait, you know it now, right? That's okay.
Should head-to-head matter when the teams are stacked up one spot apart? Question mark. SI was put over Clayton with head-to-head, but Liberty beat Marin Catholic. Riordan girls beat Clayton Valley? Question mark. Why are they above?
Head to head, yeah, but also there's other factors too, right? Strength of schedule and there's just all that stuff. So head to head, part of it, but that should not be like the deal breaker.
And
Okay.
and also other teams, losses
Exactly.
to other teams,
Exactly.
wins against other teams.
Although I will say, I was at the Priory girls basketball game last night against Riordan, and this fine gentleman comes up to me, hey man, you gotta put some respect on Riordan girls basketball. I mean, they beat Piedmont. I think they beat Clayton Valley earlier this year. So when we get to the girls basketball poll, we got a little surprise for that gentleman.
And that gentleman may have been __ginger
dear Lord.
__ninja
Okay.
That's a lot
__.
of
Okay, now
underscores.
first of all, okay,
That's a lot of underscores.
nice dude, but brother, what's with so many underscores?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Adrian will focus on the polls. Can we get rid of some of these underscores,
brother, come on, man. No. Hey, all love, though. All love.
But he said, back again. Now, can the Riordan girls finally get some respect with 3 question marks? I mean,
So was that commented after their
Yes,
win?
it
Okay,
was,
gotcha.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it was after their semifinal win
yes.
against Priory.
beat Priory, Piedmont, and Clayton Valley.
Okay,
All
when we
on
get
the
there.
road.
Yes,
When we get
yes,
there.
Yes,
When we get there. We'll get there.
All right, so the people have spoken.
Yeah.
Let's go to your midweek poll.
Midweek polls. Sorry, Dublin.
Boys.
They didn't qualify, no. And their season's done.
Yeah.
So, very sorry, guys.
Great
season, though.
Great game against Liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty knocked them out.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Great season, though, boys.
Isaiah Romero, big fan.
Big fan. Big
And
fan.
Aiden Lee.
Yeah, that
Aiden
Aiden Lee kid, he's going to MIT.
MIT.
Yeah, I can barely touch Emma. I can barely touch Harvard.
I asked Adrian if he knew what MIT stood for 2 days ago. He did.
I had to think about it for a second.
He
I had to
did.
think about it for a second. Right? Hey, listen, I can't even touch
There was some hesitation there. You
He
had to
said
think about that one.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
The
To the
fact
po-
that you had to
Hey man,
Think
I don't
about
know.
that.
I don't know all the colleges, but But anyway, moving on to the boys' poll. Midweek. Salesian, Riordan, St. Ignatius, Clayton Valley, Doherty Valley, De La Salle, the King's Academy, Marin Catholic, Moreau Catholic, Bishop O'Dowd at 10. There you go.
Okay.
Not really. Just Bishop O'Dowd going ahead of Liberty, because in virtue of their win against the
Liberty's
Lions on
out.
Tuesday. No, yeah, they're a bubble team, but they're playing for third place.
It's really sad to see Liberty out of this poll. Honestly, I think
okay,
that's
though.
what kind of hurts the most.
It's tough, but hey,
Yeah.
hey, someone's got to go, man. Someone's got to go.
the thing what really is impressive with Liberty and teams like Liberty and Moreau Catholic is that these teams are in weak leagues, hands down.
Yeah.
And the fact that these teams can play at a high level with some of these other teams that are in very competitive leagues, like Dublin from out of the East Bay for
Doherty,
Liberty,
yeah.
and Doherty, and Bishop O'Dowd. They had some big wins along the way, and now Friday they're going to be going up against an EBAL team from Granada for that D1 title. But these teams have proven that we can compete at a high level as well.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
coaching.
It all
honestly.
in the non-league schedule is
Exactly.
That does
is
help,
where
yes,
it really
correct.
starts. Yeah.
I mean, Moreau tests themselves every single year with tough non-league schedules, and again, Frank Knight's been there for a long time, and he's done such a fantastic job with that Moreau program.
And I know
so.
we talk about TKA a lot.
Same thing with
is
TKA,
the same
yo.
way.
Yeah, TK's the same.
They TKA played West Catholic League teams, like we said last week,
Right.
on their non-league schedule. They had to beat 2 West
They beat
Catholic
2.
League teams to make it to this, or to go 2-1 in league
pool play.
in pool play.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And that's how you keep a program strong.
Well, even MA for winning a pool play game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
beating
And
Valley.
they stayed with Mitty until the end, right? So, it says a lot with that program. It says a lot. So,
And speaking of pool play for the CCS with boys, let's start with that final. So all CCS Open finals are going to be held at USF Friday. The girls will play on will be the first game, and then the boys will be the second game. But let's start off with the boys. It's Riordan SI Part 3.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm not surprised. All right, I'll make a prediction right now. It's going to come down to the last shot.
Well, it came
Again.
down to the last shot.
Came down to the last shot, the first game at
games.
USF.
Yeah.
Went to double overtime last week. I'm sad. I'm not shooting this game. Robert is shooting this game. So,
Did Robert?
well, Robert is also shooting the Mitty girls basketball game. So
yeah.
it doesn't make sense in terms of like using manpower, right? It doesn't make sense having two people go for two different games.
Maybe SI will be happy you're not there.
Oh, you know what? Honestly,
Maybe.
maybe
Riordan is
but-
going to be very
okay.
disappointed you're not
So, all throughout the season, whenever these two teams play each other, it's always a close battle. And SI just cannot get over that hump. So, Adrian, the second meeting that these two teams played each other, it was crazy. It went to double overtime. And that was a game where Riordan had to really dig deep to win.
Hillman fouled out.
What
Hillman
does
fouled out in
SI have to do to eliminate the mistakes from that last game in order to get over that hump for this game?
Well, they got to finish the game. They have to finish
okay,
the game.
that's a good start.
And, well,
They have to
need
finish
to
the
make free
game with the
throws.
most points.
Well, but no. I mean, they missed crucial free throws down the stretch in regulation last week, right? So again, they had Riordan on the ropes, right?
Right.
Listen, it came down to one free throw that they missed late, and Riordan ties the game. So,
So,
yeah, so they have to play. Listen, they didn't really make. I mean, they were hitting big shots down the stretch, right? So they just got to do the same thing, except actually make free throws and make the plays, make a stop late in the game.
Do they
all you
need
have to do.
one other player to step up?
Who's
or
got
would you
to
say
step up?
Well,
I mean,
honestly,
because keep in mind, SI is dealing with some injuries
yeah,
as well.
they are. I mean, listen, any one of those guys can score. Any one of those. I mean, again, they're lengthy, and I've said it. This is probably the only CCS team that can beat Riordan, and they've proven it twice. They almost beat Riordan twice. So, just sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. So.
What would you like to see Riordan do better compared to the first two meetings?
Well, the second game, Cole White really stepped up, right? So they need that. They need Cole White to step up again. Hillman's gonna get his right, and JP's gonna get his.
He's going to get his double-double.
Exactly, but foul trouble was a little bit of a problem, right? Obviously, Hillman fouled out, so
Well, you go
try
to double overtime.
Try to stay out of foul trouble. Try to stay out of foul trouble, right? I mean, listen, I don't think Riordan played their best basketball the second game against SI. I mean, listen, they were down 5 late, and ball bounced their way, so just gotta play a little bit better. But this is gonna come down to the final possession again, and don't be surprised if this goes to triple overtime.
You think this game is going to go to triple overtime?
Hey, you never know. You just never know. It's so hard to beat a team 3 times, and both those times, SI, man, they were right there. So don't be surprised. Triple overtime. Don't be surprised.
I don't think this game is going to go to overtime.
You think
I
Riordan?
really don't. Well, no.
It's still going to be
just,
like a one possession game.
I think
though.
this is going to be a close game. I just don't think it's going to be as close as the first meeting or as close as the second meeting. SI is capable of beating Riordan.
Yeah.
They can prove it. I'm just saying, like, in terms of the margin, the outcome, I don't think it's just going to be the same as it was the first two meetings. I still think it's going to be close, but not as close as what people anticipate.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all.
Also, it's neutral size, so
Right.
Well, I mean, they're
that
playing
doesn't
in the
mean as
same
much,
gym
though.
as last time.
Yeah, it doesn't mean as much.
Yeah, they're
the
at
first
the same
game was
gym
at
as
USF,
last
and
week. Yeah.
so yeah, this should be a good one.
Do you think if that game, the first meeting, was played at SI,
SI?
do you think SI would have had that?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
kind of thinking that too.
Yes. I mean, obviously, right. The second game being in Riordan, that really meant a lot, right? That gave Riordan the energy, like having their student section there, right? If the first game was at SI, I think it would have been a different outcome.
Okay.
But again, hey,
Shout out to the CCS for having that doubleheader. So that Riordan on Friday night, so that both Riordan girls and so students can show up for both of their teams.
Well,
Yep.
and
That
it
is very
just
exciting.
does not make sense for Riordan and St. Ignatius to go all the way down
To Santa Clara.
Clara.
Yeah.
hey man, they made these Mitty and Riordan a couple years ago. They made him
that's
travel
true.
all the way down to Santa Cruz.
That's true. That's true.
So
you just never know. That's probably something that they planned way
Most likely,
in
yeah,
advance
probably.
and be like, hey,
When you see the standings kind of play
Yeah.
out, yeah. I mean, Mitty, the number 1 seed for the girls, having to go up to San Francisco.
But they don't mind. Just a business trip
Do
for
they?
Mitty.
Do you mind, Sue?
Let's talk about that game. Mitty and Riordan for the CCS Girls Open Division Final. Mitty won the first 2 meetings in the regular season, and now they go at it for the CCS Open Division title.
That's just, Riordan's going to play a perfect game, man. But even with the perfect game, Mitty, listen, every 5 minutes they have fresh players on the court.
I don't want to. I mean, Riordan Priory in the semifinal was a great game, and they are absolutely a great team. We were just talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Back when Sabrina Ionescu was on Miramonte, and Miramonte was just the powerhouse of the East of the NCS. They kind of played their own schedule. They would play games in the Diablo Valley, but
they have a lot of
but took themselves out of like league championship contention because it just wasn't even close, and that's what we see with Mitty time after time.
When was the last time Mitty girls basketball did not win league?
Yeah, that's I'm
just saying, man.
That would be a good stat to have in your pocket.
They have 100+ consecutive league wins. It's insane.
Yeah. So
shout out Sue.
Shout out Sue. So I do think that at some point you need to be a Miramonte. You need to be a De La Salle football from maybe 5-6 years ago, where you decide that maybe a West, just let the other teams fight for a West Catholic League championship and just take your run at NorCals and don't be knocking people out and it's tough. It's tough. I hate to even have to say that, but I don't know. I'm liberal in that sense. I'm
That's
like,
all right.
let other people have their flowers.
Yeah. I mean,
what does Riordan have to do to fight with Mitty?
Hopefully, Mitty not showing up to the game, I guess. But
Come on.
I'm just saying. But listen, Mitty girls basketball, they're just at a class on their own. I mean, honestly, it's like
They could beat.
Come on, man.
College teams. They could beat college teams. They absolutely could. They absolutely could.
Again,
McKenna Velichko's senior year. Shout out to McKenna.
Shout out Devin Cosgrove.
She is everything that people say she is. Devin Cosgrove was a great addition a couple years ago for Mitty. They got a sophomore in Malia Hunter.
The Pattersons.
They fun team to watch. Fun team to watch. We're gonna be really excited to watch Mitty enter NorCals.
As the number 1 seed.
As the number 1 seed, fight for the NorCal championship and then possibly a state championship.
Like I said, if Mitty doesn't show up, sure, Riordan wins, but I'm sorry.
Mitty will show up. Mitty always shows up.
Against Riordan girls basketball. They are great this year. They've had a good season. It's just, again, Mitty's like right here.
Will they drop into D1 for NorCals?
Who, Riordan? They might be D1 for NorCals.
Most likely they're going to be a D1 team. But you talk about the growth from 2 years ago with what this Riordan team was to now.
I mean, Riordan didn't even have girls 5 years ago.
Right. It's pretty spectacular with what they're doing and with the run that they're making. The players, the talent, the coaching is at a high level, and it's really competitive in the WCAL. And there's a reason why that they finished in second place in the WCAL, and kudos to them. I mean, yes,
Riordan itself, the school itself.
Yeah.
When I played in the West Catholic League, I didn't even, Riordan was just a stop. We just were like, oh, we gotta go.
It's like a circle schedule.
We gotta go play this one San Francisco school, And now they have really made a name for themselves. Basketball was the start of it. Football has really gotten there. Now their girls' sports are doing super well.
It's like after COVID, Riordan has come a long way.
Riordan's always been a basketball school, right?
Right.
the amount
Well, I
of,
wouldn't say
success.
always.
For the most part, I mean, for the most part, if you really think about Riordan overall, it's
Yeah,
like,
for the
you
most
know,
part, but not
right.
always.
Lately, it's been more like
Yeah.
football, right? Flag football, you know, with
Even the
girls
flag
volleyball and
team,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Shout out to Riordan, Archbishop Riordan out
Again,
there.
guys, I love Riordan. I'm a big Riordan fan. It's just it's like Mitty girls basketball is here, and you have everyone else down.
A lot of respect for the Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Purple Rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go over the girls basketball bowl while we're
Sure,
while we're
sure,
talking
sure.
about it?
Did
All
we
right.
not do that?
No.
No.
Oh
we
my
just went- no.
goodness.
But no, that's okay. That's okay.
How did I miss that?
That's
Well,
okay.
because I prematurely brought up Mitty Riordan
Aw.
after we
That's okay.
talked about
Come
it.
on,
okay.
Jake.
All right. Well,
More coffee. This is coffee,
throw
by
it
the
in.
way.
you know, it was. Let's just say it was a late night for me and Jake last night. Right. I had 2 games last night. Jake went to Clayton Valley, so just long night. But hey, we're here. We showed up. But girls basketball poll: Mitty, SRV, Carondelet. Shout out to that Riordan gentleman that talked to me before the game last night. Here you go, bud.
Was he the ginger ninja?
I'm pretty sure that was him. Riordan at number 4. You're welcome. Woodside Priory 5, Clayton Valley 6, Piedmont 7, Bishop O'Dowd 8, St. Francis 9, St. Ignatius 10.
Well, you had to put him at 4.
There you go.
They beat Woodside Priory.
There you go, bud. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. And
Now-
then we our 2 and 3 teams, SRV and Carondelet, will play for the NCS Open title on Saturday.
Yes, Carondelet taking care of business against Piedmont. SRV taking care of business against Clayton Valley.
Yep.
And once again,
SRV Carondelet
SRV
again.
and
Huh?
Carondelet for the NCS Open Division title.
We talked about Kelly. Well, I didn't talk about Kelly Soback, but when that Miramonte team with Sabrina Ionescu, Kelly Sopak was the head coach there. He has been doing a really great job heading that Carondelet program, and they come back. It's Kelly Sopak against John Cristiano over at San Ramon Valley.
And you know what? No disrespect to Carondelet. Again, same thing as Riordan. Great season for the girls, right? They're having a tremendous year. But listen, SRV is going to beat them.
Whoa!
SRV
Don't
is gonna
say
beat 'em.
no.
Listen,
the
SRV
Mitty
is so
Riordan,
stacked.
the Mitty Riordan
No, honestly, I will say this.
is not
Carondelet,
SRV
Carondelet is a good team, but again, SRV, I mean, just they're so stacked and they're
They are
young. You know,
stacked.
and we've seen it the past 2 games. Like the last game, they won by like 20 points. 20 points.
Carondelet can hang with San Ramon
I
Valley.
100% believe that. Like we can't put.
They'll be closer
we
than
can't
the Mitty
put
Riordan
Mitty
game, but-
Riordan. We can't put Mitty Riordan in SRV Carondelet.
I mean-
I think San Ramon Valley has a shot at Mitty. I have been saying that. I think SRV has a shot at
I
Mitty.
mean, I believe that too.
But
Really?
But
I believe that too.
Jake, don't even be surprised. I've been saying this from the very start.
Well, no. I know you've been saying this from the very start, but
Well,
I just think that there's a whole other level. Like, you got Mitty, and then you got SRV,
and then you got everyone else.
Carondelet, Riordan, Piedmont.
Okay.
I just think that there's a whole other level.
I
But
have seen Carondelet now. I am very, very they have some players.
They do.
And they are really, really fun to watch.
Yep.
They have young players. They have a freshman who's making a name for herself. They have a sophomore. And their only senior, Layla Dixon. And when she, I haven't really seen her go off the way I think she can. But if she does, I don't know. I think, yes, I think SRV wins this game.
Like I said-
but I'm not going to be like SRV. all the
Like I
way.
said, Carondelet is having a tremendous
Yes.
year. And,
They're 3 in the bowl.
that should not,
Yeah.
but SRV is in a whole different level. In terms of the North Coast section, will the game be a lot closer than Mitty Riordan girls? Yes, in my opinion.
I'll say it like this: if SRV plays the way that they can play, it is very, very tough.
Yeah,
But,
so
Right.
it's just, again, SRV. It's like SRV right here, and then Carondelet is like right
Right.
here. Yeah, just the level of talent on both teams. It's the
Carondelet, I
difference.
believe in you.
if Carondelet plays at its highest level and they can hang tough with SRV for majority of the game, not just the first half, I think it's an interesting finish
Yeah.
in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But if SRV,
But when SRV starts hitting those threes,
Right,
it's like when you got Hanya Bose and Caitlin Mills going opposite sides,
right.
and then you have
Ella.
You have Ella just
Alyssa.
knocking down the most craziest like mid-range fadeaways you ever seen, and then Alyssa down low in the post, and that's their 5 right there. That is
Like I said,
tough. SRV has a shot at Mitty, and I will no
they got to
longer
check.
explain
Listen,
myself anymore.
if
That's gonna be it.
a couple things bounce SRV's way, it's gonna be, again, we're making predictions.
yeah,
Right, but
Can I also talk about the division? So
Sure.
I feel
Go for it.
bad for San Ramon Valley because
Girls?
let me finish. He raises his eyebrows like he knows what I'm gonna say. So I feel bad for San Ramon Valley because they went from kind of middle of the pack to top of the pack and never had any shot at like a D1 state title because they literally just went straight from like a good team that loses in like D1 to just open.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
they constantly have to go through Mitty to get to a state championship game. You know what I mean? That's what I feel. That's why I feel bad for.
Well-
Like it's just like Oakland Tech, like Oakland Tech,
Tech,
girls.
yeah.
Oakland Tech girls go and win a D3 title, and then they move up the next year. They end up winning a D1 title the next year, but still, like they got to kind of climb up those divisions. SRV just never got to climb,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, like, going back to everything what we were saying. So, like, for this SRV Carondelet game, with SRV winning the first 2 meetings, they are the favorite to win this matchup.
Yes, they
Oh,
are.
they're
Don't
winning the
don't
game.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, when you get Bose and Mills and Gunderson lighting it up from 3-point land, and then if Alyssa's doing her thing down low in the post, then yeah, they're going to be unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think SRV is the favorite when it comes to that.
Yeah. At some point, Carondelet's gonna beat SRV. At some point, right, in the future. Not this weekend. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
Not this
They only
weekend.
got
Not this weekend.
San Ramon Valley's. It's going to be a battle for the next 4 years because
Next 4 years.
Carondelet-
Next 8 years.
Because Carondelet is young. Carondelet has won, right? Because the tall post player for Carondelet, I believe, is only
Alvarez.
She's only a junior. The only senior they have is Layla Dixon. The only senior San Ramon Valley has that makes a constant impact is Alyssa.
Yeah.
Is Alyssa Rudd.
Going to San Jose
And
State.
so Caitlin Mills, sophomore, Hanya junior.
Ella's a junior.
Ella's a junior. Yeah, and then on the other end, Malia is that the
Malia.
freshman's name?
From
Carondelet.
Oh
Shoot, I know.
gosh.
I should bring. I don't.
guys,
have
it's early, man.
I know.
Well,
Yes,
and
Thursday morning.
Nyla
So
Christopher.
yeah,
Nyla. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, but they have the freshman.
it's okay.
Brown.
Ob, it's okay.
Brown. Malia Brown. Malika. Her name
Malika
is
Brown.
Malika Brown. Malika Brown. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're underclassmen, sophomore and a freshman. So
Yeah. So
A
there you
lot
go.
of talented players
Lots
that
of
we're talking
talented
about.
players on both teams.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Okay, so that's
What else we
the
got?
NCS Girls Open. This is a very interesting NCS Boys Open.
this is our Mancini's game of the week. Mancini's dream matchup.
It is the dream matchup.
Jake, you're gonna be here.
Number 2, Clayton Valley versus top-seeded Salesian.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Salesian had to fight to get past De La Salle in the semifinals.
Yeah, not playing for almost 2 weeks. That's got to be fixed somehow, right? I mean, you can tell Salesian was rusty,
You know,
right? But they also a good team, right? And listen, Salesian De La Salle, it's always close for whatever reason. It's always close. It always comes down, down the stretch. But not playing for almost 2 weeks, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that.
Little rust, but Salesian had the fight, and they were able to get the job done because at one point they were down 5 at the half.
Yeah.
And when I was covering the Doherty Valley, Clayton Valley, and when I saw that, I was like, Interesting.
Yeah.
But it also, at the same time, it didn't surprise me because Marcus Schroeder is an outstanding coach,
Yes.
and he's going to dig deep into his playbook and figure out what he can do to take down Salesian because he's done it before
Exactly.
in the past. It didn't work
did it
out
last
this
year.
time. Right.
He did it last year. So
But this time, Salesian got the best out of De La Salle, winning, hanging on, 3-point ball game.
Great.
yes, was it 57, 54, something
Yeah.
like that? So.
Elias Obenya
Hey man, big fan of Elias. Big
Yes.
from
fan.
Salesian. Clayton Valley has a pretty good guy too.
So there's a lot of talent on this Clayton Valley
Yep.
team. And not only that, they have a lot of length. They have a lot of tall guys that can crash the boards, and they are very effective. I think Frank Alanco Jr. does a wonderful job with this program. And believe it or not, that was my second time ever covering Clayton Valley boys basketball.
Are you serious?
Believe it or not,
Wow.
yeah.
was
I've been doing a
fun.
terrible job then scheduling you for Clayton Valley
Alanco
basketball.
Jr. does a wonderful job with these guys. I mean, we talk about Zion Grissom, who is
Vince
an
Ellis.
outstanding southpaw shooter. We saw Vince Ellis. He had a nice dunk against Doherty Valley in that semifinal game. But Cannon Simpson,
The cannon.
the cannon,
The loose cannon.
the loose
Three-point shooter?
cannon.
Is he a 3-point shooter?
No, he dominates down low. He had 22 points in that
Wow.
game. He was going off. I mean, no one could stop him down low because Doherty Valley, they like to play. You know, they have outstanding 3-point shooters that are able to knock down triples whenever. But their disadvantage is down low in the post. The height advantage. Clayton Valley had that advantage, and they utilized every single aspect of it to take down this Doherty Valley team 55
Salesian is
to
tall,
50.
though.
Yes.
Yeah. They're athletic.
Yes.
Athletic and tall.
Salesian is
So
tall.
it's going to be
Salesian-
an interesting game.
It's going to be interesting with what Salesian's going to do with all these big guys down low that Clayton Valley has. If you
Yeah.
got the height to do it, that's their game plan, right? And then I was also very impressed for Clayton Valley with Jet Tran.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a big
Saw those
fan of
highlights.
Jet. He had
Yeah.
a great game. He contributed with 12 points. He really got his guys going, was making the right decisions with the basketball. I think Salesian is the favorite to win this matchup, but
gonna be
they
close.
cannot have the game like they did Wednesday night against De La Salle. They have to bring it to a whole other level because you cannot sleep on this Clayton Valley team.
And you know what? We're not even talking about Leon Poe.
I like him.
He is the X factor in this game, in my opinion.
Really?
Leon Poe is going to be the X factor. That's all I'm going to say.
I think the shooting guards for Salesian are, you talk about Poe, Isaiah Davis, the southpaw shooter. I think he could be a big contributor. But I think everything at the end of the day, when it all comes down to Elias Obenya, what is he going to
Elias,
do?
yeah.
Because this is a guy that brings it on all phases of the floor. Offensively, defensively. He knows how to make the right decisions with finding his guys, especially in transition. When it comes to that two-man game with Obenya and Perelia, it's pretty deadly.
dangerous.
It
It's
is
dangerous.
really deadly. And that's where Salesian can get you. It's going to be a very interesting game. I think this is going to be a very, very low-scoring game.
Okay.
I won't be surprised. Won't be surprised.
All right.
It's at San Leandro Saturday night. Ooh.
I say one team cracks 50 and the other
Oh, boy,
cracks
here we go.
40.
Here we go. Jake, remember the last time you said this with Doherty and De La Salle? Both teams wouldn't crack 60. Well, Doherty cracked 60. So
Doherty did crack 60.
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
Yes, they did. We have a bunch of other games.
Lot of games, guys.
for NCS. So I want to read off the list
Okay.
of what we got, and I want to start off with girls. So keep in mind, this is a Thursday morning podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the CCS semifinal games are taking place Thursday night. So we don't know exactly who's going to be playing Saturday because the semifinal games are taking place
For the CCS.
for the
the
CCS.
CCS,
But we
for the
do
CCS.
know the NCS, and this is the list that I'm going to read off of.
Okay.
So we got, starting off with girls, with D6, we have
D6.
Cornerstone Christian versus Ferndale. We have Hedsburg versus San Domenico in D5. We have Rancho Cotati versus Branson in D4. We got Miramonte versus Benicia in D3. We will be covering that game Friday night.
That's at Alhambra. Nikon will be there.
We got Justin Siena going up against Salesian for the D2 title.
That's the first game of the triple header.
Yes, that's going to be played
at San Leandro.
At San Leandro.
3 o'clock.
Yep.
Shout out to Steven Pizzola, man. Hey, he does it again.
Justin Siena was able to take down Moreau Catholic to get to the final.
That's a good win for Justin Siena, man. Moreau was a good team. Moreau's a good team.
And then for D1, it's Heritage versus Redwood. Redwood having an outstanding season with the girls program. They were the top seed in D1. They'll look to take down Heritage, but Heritage is making an outstanding run. They have some really good wins on their resume.
Yeah.
Okay, so
NCS boys.
D6. St. Vincent de Paul versus Mendocino?
Mendocino?
Vincent and Mendocino, yeah.
Mendocino?
Yep.
Okay, I'm pronouncing that
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's up in like Napa, like that Santa Rosa area.
Like
Mendocino?
Like Mendocino Farms.
Exactly.
Ooh,
That's where it comes from.
Yeah. NCS D5, Sonoma Valley versus Eureka.
Wow, that is up there. Where's that game? Where's that game?
I think Cardinal Newman.
Wow.
I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure.
Eureka.
What a run for Mission San Jose. They are in the finals.
They're in the final.
MSJ,
Mission San Jose
baby.
boys.
Division 4, baby.
Oh my gosh, guys! Congratulations.
That's quite the accomplishment.
Wow.
What a heck of a season that they're running. And I saw this team earlier when I believe they were in non-league against Arroyo. They were going up against, and I was very impressed with what I saw from Mission San Jose. They got some lights out shooters over there.
This has got to be.
Shout out to them.
This has to be Mission San Jose's best season in 10
Love it.
years.
Yep, going up against Rancho Cotati. D3, Cornerstone Christian versus Branson.
Cornerstone
Both
Christian,
Branson
man.
boys and girls making it to the section.
Branson, the top seed in D3. They'll look to run the table Friday night. And then D2. This is a very interesting game, I think.
Okay.
St. Mary's versus University.
Is that
You
Saturday?
love University.
Wait, is that
I think
Saturday?
University is a fun team to cover. Not only I'm a big Randy Basolo fan. Great guy, by the way. But the way that team runs their offense, it is pedal to the metal. It is very entertaining to watch. The physicality is there. Lucas Lau is an outstanding shooter.
How many times do I talk about that lower division basketball, especially in the
this is
boys?
This is D2.
Oh, that's D2.
That's
D2.
D2.
Where is that game?
I love a fast break offense. Just you sub 5 and 5 because you go so quick and so fast that you need breaks. So you sub 5 and 5. You go fast break on every single play. You get the rebound on the defensive side. The ball is on the other side of the hoop in less than 3 seconds. It is fun basketball.
Absolutely. So that's D2, and then obviously D1.
Game, man.
It's a big game for D1. Also played at San Leandro right after the Justin Siena Salesian girls game.
Granada.
5 o'clock tip. Granada, Bishop O'Dowd.
Granada, Bishop O'Dowd. Ooh, oh my! We covered both of the semifinal games for Division 1, and both of them went down. Well, not so much Bishop O'Dowd, but the Granada game went down to the wire. I mean,
Love it.
Wow.
So Aubrey, you weren't here on the podcast 2 weeks ago, but
oh no,
I think I want to start a parking rankings.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you have a top 5 parking rankings?
Okay, maybe not top
You gotta think about it.
5.
Gotta
It's
think about
funny.
this
I feel
one.
like I don't appreciate the good ones when the bad ones are bad.
Okay.
I would say any game at the Menlo School I do not like.
You don't?
No.
Oh,
we have somebody.
no. What's going on?
Oh,
my
look at
God! Wait,
Robert.
whoa,
Robert's looking into
Robert's outside.
into the thing right here.
So-
Okay, we do have to go. I do say, especially when it comes to like the soccer games at Menlo, I'm not 100% in love with.
Wow. Really?
You got a ticket at Menlo.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
You got
true.
a ticket at
That's true.
Menlo.
But hey, you know what? Well, that's because I parked on
And
campus.
also anything in San Francisco. We'll just top it off at that.
well,
You
I
know,
had
even
USF.
even SI is a little.
So this is your not top 5.
Well, remember?
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like.
Well, I had USF as number 1 on my not top 5. So there you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you put Bishop O'Dowd?
Okay. Oh, I guess. Do I have to put mine in order?
No.
Okay. Top 5 like
But you,
good parking.
Okay, before you hate on Bishop O'Dowd,
I'm
Carlos,
not. Wait. I did not hate
Carlos-
on
No,
I'm not hating.
We love O'Dowd.
Yes.
I'm not
It's
hating.
tough to park there.
No, but before you hate on the
tough.
Bishop O'Dowd parking, no,
I'm not
Carlos.
hating.
Carlos always has our back.
That's what, listen. My top 5, not in order. Not in order. Okay. Riordan. I know it's tough to park there, but hey, Bob Green, man.
Hurry up,
Bob
we gotta
Green.
go. Robert's waiting for us
Yeah, he's
outside.
waiting for us. We gotta do studio in like 10 minutes.
Menlo is in there. Bishop O'Dowd is in there. My top 5, like
Yep.
obviously Milpitas. I mean, come on. Went to Milpitas. I have to put them in there. Number
This is good
5.
parking?
Bring out the
Yeah,
red
good
carpet.
parking, good
Bring
parking.
out the red carpet
No,
for you.
you don't need no red
They
carpet
give
for
you
me,
the
know?
red carpet.
Well, I know. Well, no, I know where to park in Milpitas.
Okay,
so.
hurry up.
How many schools is that?
I don't know.
Bishop O'Dowd, Milpitas, Riordan, Menlo. Oh, I need one more. I am gonna go with Saint Ignatius
Okay.
because they get me parking there. And
Alright.
again, John Mulcairns really does a good job accommodating us. But
Yeah.
so does a lot of athletic directors. So,
Yes, absolutely.
shout out to all the ADs out there that really makes our job a little bit easier.
All right, there's your parking rankings. We'll see if those change next week, but good luck to all of our
Good luck, everyone.
teams competing in section finals. Exciting stuff. We got the City League tonight for boys and girls basketball at the Chase. We got the OAL, NCS, CCS. A lot of exciting games, and
Yep.
it's safe to say
Oh,
I missed,
no.
but you're covered.
See you guys next week.